The Earth, made of rocks, soil, water, and air. It is one of the planets that spin and travel around the Sun. The Earth is a very tiny part of the universe, but home to many forms of life. I am teacher Judith J. Baldassar, your science teacher for today, and saying good morning, young scientists. Today's topic is all about movements of the Earth. Then at the end of the lesson, you will be able to differentiate between rotation and revolution and describe the effects of the Earth's motion. Every day, the sun appears to rise in the east, travel across the sky, and set in the west. You can observe this day in and day out, but the sun does not move from east to west. Instead, the Earth is spinning on its axis at a regular and steady rate once every 24 hours. The movement of the Earth on its axis is called rotation. The direction of its rotation is from west to east or counterclockwise. Now let us try this activity. Using a model of our Earth, observe while spinning in a counterclockwise direction in front of a lamp or flashlight. Prepare a globe, flashlight or lamp, and chalk. Close the doors and windows, curtains, and turn off the lights inside your room. Turn on your lamp or flashlight. This will serve as the sun. Position the globe about 1 meter away from the lamp or flashlight. Then, spin the globe in a counterclockwise direction. Observe the globe from all sides. What have you observed on the globe when you spun it while it is placed in front of the light? Very good answer. The light coming from the lamp or flashlights shines to only one side of the globe. What thus indicates to the places located on this side of the globe? Yes, you're right. This indicates that the places located on this side of the globe experience day. On the other hand, the places located on the other side of the globe experience night. Rotation of the Earth causes day and night. Back to our activity. Make an ellipse around the lamp. Trace it on the floor using a chalk. Make your initial position. Then, while carrying the globe, follow the elliptic path on the floor. Make sure that the globe spins gently in a counterclockwise motion. Avoid blocking the light going to the globe. How will you relate this activity on the cycle of completing a year on Earth? Yes, you're right. Just like in the activity, the Earth spins in a counterclockwise direction around the Sun. This movement is called revolution. It takes a year or 365 and 1/4 days to revolve around the Sun. So how do we know the date of this day? Right, we use Gregorian calendar. This calendar only uses 365 days. 31 days in January, 28 days in February, 31 days in March, 30 days in April, 31 days in May, 30 days in June, 31 days in July, 31 days in August, 30 days in September, 31 days in October, 30 days in November, and 31 days in December. So, to compensate for the exist time and to keep the calendar in sync with the revolution of the Earth, a leap year is used for every 4 years. A leap year adds 1 day to the end of February. 4 1/4 days equivalent to 1 day. When was the last time we had a leap year? You've got it right. February 2020 had 29 days because of leap year. How do we know that year 2020 is a leap year? Yes, you're right. If the year had a exact quotient when divided by 4. So when will be the next leap year after 2020? Yes, you're right. We will have another leap year in the year 2024. The Earth travels around the Sun in a path or orbit. This orbit has an elliptical shape. This is the reason why sometimes the Earth is far from or close to the Sun. Revolution defines a year. In some countries, this movement causes the 4 seasons: summer, autumn, winter, and spring. So why are there 4 seasons in some countries? Different parts of the Earth have different seasons throughout the year because of the Earth's revolution and the tilt of its axis. The Earth tilts at 23.5 degrees. As the Earth moves around the Sun, the Earth's axis is always tilted in the same direction throughout the orbit. As a result, different parts of the Earth receive different amounts of sunlight at different times of the year. Study the Earth as revolved around the Sun. Winter starts on December 21 or 22. At this time, the North Pole is tilted to its full 23.5 degrees away from the Sun. The shortest daylight period occurs in the Northern Hemisphere, while the longest daylight period occurs in the Southern Hemisphere. This season is the coldest in the whole year, but not in the tropical zones. Everyone feels some magic in the air because of frosts, crystal nights, snow, and just this amazing atmosphere. This time of the year is perfect for doing winter sport activities such as snowboarding, ski riding, ice skating, playing snowballs, and much more. Winter is also a perfect time to be at home, drink hot tea or coffee, spend time with family, friends, watch movies, and just enjoy every day. Back to the revolution of the Earth, winter will end at March 20, then March 21 is the beginning of springtime. The daylight and nighttime are of equal length. On these days, the axis is tilted neither toward nor away from the Sun. And this time of the year, days become longer and the weather becomes better and warmer. Coming of spring means rebirth. rebirth of nature. A lot of animals wake up from the hibernation and have breeding period. And also, a lot of birds return to their homes because of good temperatures. Spring season means more outdoors walking and spending time outside on nature, and also this time of the year is the best for meditation. Forget about worries, clean your mind, and just concentrate on beauty and sound of nature. Back to the revolution of the earth again. Springtime ends in June 20 and summer begins in June 21 or 22. During this time, the North Pole is tilted to its full 23.5 degrees toward the sun. The Northern Hemisphere experiences its longest daylight period, while the Southern Hemisphere experiences its shortest daylight. In this time of the year, days become warm, hot, and really long, while nights in this season are the shortest. Sun shines so bright and everything around is whispering to go outdoors. Everyone loves summer because it is the best time to go on vacation, spend time near the sea, and sunbathing. It is a great time for doing some sports outdoors, spending time with families and friends, doing picnics. Everyone feels happier in this time of year because you do not need to wear warm clothes and can go for a walk even in the nighttime. For the last quarter of the revolution of the earth, September 22 ends of summer, while autumn begins at September 23. Like springtime, daylight and nighttime periods are of equal length. This season also can be called as fall, and it is about big changes in nature and environment. Autumn means a lot of fun and outdoors activities. It brings different colors to the people's life: yellow, red, orange, brown, and more. The temperature becomes colder, days shorter. Animals starting preparation for cold months, and plants stop making food. Everything in the nature is slowly starting to fall asleep.
Audio Jungle.
It is the movement of the earth on its axis. The correct answer is... You're absolutely correct. The answer is rotation. It is the movement of the earth around the sun. The answer is... Yes, correct. The answer is revolution. It is an imaginary line in which the earth turns. The correct answer is... Yes, correct. It is an axis. It is a path that the earth follows as it revolves around the sun. The answer is... Correct. It is an orbit. This is the direction of the Earth's rotation to its axis. The answer is... You're absolutely correct. Counterclockwise. It is used every 4 years to To compensate for the exist time and to keep the calendar in sync with the revolution of the Earth. The correct answer is you've got it right. It is a leap year. It is the effect of Earth's rotation. The answer is very good. Day and night. This is the effect of Earth's revolution. The correct answer is you're absolutely correct. It is 4 seasons. These seasons begins in June 21 or 22, where Northern Hemisphere experience longest daylight. The correct answer is yes, correct. It is summer. It starts on December 21 or 22. This season is the coldest in the whole year. The answer is correct. It is winter. This is the time where lots of animals wake up from hibernation. The answer is you're absolutely correct. It is spring. This is also called as fall, where animals and nature slowly starting to fall asleep. The answer is very good. It is autumn. This time, let us differentiate rotation from revolution. Turning on its axis as described in. You are correct. Movement of the Earth around the Sun as described under the column of. Yes, correct, under revolution. Takes a full year or 365 and 1/4 days to revolve around the Sun, as described under the column of. Right, under revolution. Takes 24 hours or a day to rotate on its axis as described under the column of. Yes, correct, under rotation. Tilted by 23.5 degrees as described under the column of. You're absolutely correct, under rotation. Has an orbit or path in moving or revolving around the Sun as described under the column of. Very good. It is under revolution. Four seasons are caused by... Yes, correct. By revolution. Day and night are caused by... Yes, correct. By rotation.